I want to thank you for watching, listening to whatever the introduction, the first post, the first official information. God, I'm stuck at this. Thank you so much for listening to, downloading, whatever you are doing. This first little sample of Project 50. Thought it was about time to put a little bit of something out so people had some kind of idea what this was going to be. The truth is, until about 4 hours ago, I wasn't sure what it was going to be because I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Thank you very much. Initially, I kind of envisioned this little area as a safe place for me to come whine about getting older, turning 50, midlife crisis, blah, blah, blah. And I have no doubt I'm still going to do just a shit ton of that. I have no doubt. But I didn't want it to be all negative and what I can't do and what I should have done. So we're going to do some positive stuff here too. And on top of the podcast, which is where I will do the bulk of my whining, will also be kind of a secondary, not channel, it's all going to be here and YouTube where I end up putting all this stuff. But kind of a second show, I guess, where instead of me whining about turning 50, I'm going to go do something about it. I have 210 days, 208 days, something like that, until I turn 50. Now, how am I handling that? Let me explain to you how I'm handling that as I get my pointer here. If you look over this shoulder, in this area, you'll see a shelf full of pills, supplements, prescription, just stuff I need to survive a day. I think there's like 8 vitamins and prescriptions up there total. I don't have to take every prescription every day, but enough that it counts. Over the same shoulder right about here, you'll notice a humidifier. That's because my throat gets a little scratchy at night, and then the next morning I've got a little bit of the sniffles. So I've learned that if you crank that on at bedtime, maybe you put one of those like menthol pads next to it, really helps clear the nasal passages, which helps me sleep at night. I should mention these too that I'm using as my pointers. Interesting story about these. I was on Amazon a few weeks ago and saw these badass drumsticks. And I'm like, I gotta have those to play drums with. So sure enough, I hopped on Amazon and bought them. Now, here's where you're really gonna love this. I don't know how to play the drums, and I don't own a drum, but I now have 4 sets of drumsticks. So in my brain, I was going to be like those kids who take the Lowe's paint buckets and they put them between their legs and they go downtown and they play drums and people shower them with money. I could totally figure that out, right? I'm smart. Well, what I did when I got the drumsticks, I went over to the kitchen counter behind me, this side, and I hit a bunch of stuff. I hit the stove, I think, and I hit the air fryer for sure, and I hit the dog food thing down here, and I hit a lot of the counter. And it sounded bad. It was bad. I can keep a beat. I can find a beat. I can tap it out. I dabble in a little bit of music, not very well. But as far as my drum experiment, when it lasted about 9 minutes, and my dog was sitting on the floor next to me, and he just had a look I've never seen, like he was sad for me. So anyway, I'm not handling it as well as I would like. But that's where this is going to come in. You will be my therapy. And if no one ever listens to it, then this microphone will be my therapy. And this camera will be my therapy. But probably not me watching it back because I'll be embarrassed and mortified. I'll probably never watch any of this, although I do have to cut it up into like little clips, I guess. I don't understand what I'm doing. We're going to figure it out. Is it possible I'm too old? Possible I'm too old to learn this? No. No, it's not. So that's what we're looking at here, guys. Turning 50 does not have to be a scary thing, although for me it totally is. I'm trying to view the big 5-0 not as a checkpoint where I'm going to turn 50, then immediately look at my friends and my family and whoever else around me and compare myself where I think I should be in relation to them or where I should be for my age or based on my experience and why am I not there and it's all a failure. Instead, it's kind of like a target that I'm painting. And I have 200-ish days, whatever we just said, to make my life as good as I can get it before I turn 50. Maybe that's fitness stuff, maybe that's financial stuff, maybe both, maybe it's relationships. Not a clue. I just know that's what I'm going to set out to do for the next 6.5, 7 months. So I'm hoping you tag along. If you're not already a member of this page, right now it's just us on Instagram, maybe a little bit of TikTok. Add us here. There's more coming. I will do a full podcast soon. And then, of course, like I said, the Make Kevin Better thing. I don't know what that is, but I'm hoping you watch that too. So that's it. Short intro. A little bit about me. Almost 50. Bought drumsticks. And now you're all cut up. We'll talk to you soon.